Welcome to our video about data mining. This video is broken down into 4 parts. The first part talks about what data mining is. After that, we lay out the applications of data mining in the context of management information systems. Then, we highlight some of the data mining software that are currently being used. And lastly, we explain the limitations of data mining. So let's start with the first part. What is data mining? Data mining is the process of analyzing data to find hidden patterns using automatic methodologies. It is an innovative way of gaining new and valuable business insights by analyzing the information held in a company's database. Data mining also uncovers in-depth business intelligence by using advanced analytical and modeling techniques. It is primarily used today by companies with a strong consumer focus like retail, financial, communication, and marketing organizations. Data mining enables these companies to determine relationships among internal factors such as price, product positioning, or staff skills, and external factors such as economic indicators, competition, and customer demographics. In addition to that, it enables them to determine the impact on sales, customer satisfaction, and corporate profits. Finally, it enables them to drill down into summary information to view detailed transactional data. Now that you know what data mining is, let's look at the applications of data mining in the context of management information systems. The first one is fraud detection. Within the financial services industry, credit card issuers have been using data mining techniques to detect potentially fraudulent credit card transactions. When a credit card transaction is executed, the transaction is analyzed using a sophisticated data mining technique called neural networks to determine whether or not the transaction is a potentially fraudulent charge. This data mining technique yields a predictive result. While the prediction may or may not be correct, this technique requires the system to learn various patterns and characteristics of transactions so to fine-tune its prediction capabilities. By utilizing data mining, credit card issuers have decreased and mitigated losses due to fraudulent charges. The next one is inventory logistics. By incorporating data mining techniques, retailers can improve their inventory logistics and thereby reduce their cost in handling inventory. Through data mining, a retailer can identify the demographics of its customers such as gender, marital status, number of children, and the products that they buy. This information can be extremely beneficial in stocking merchandise in new store locations, as well as identifying those products that are high in demand. For nationwide retailers, this information can have a tremendous positive impact on their operations by decreasing inventory movement, as well as placing inventory in locations where it is likely to sell. For example, Walmart uses massive data mining agents to transform its supplier relationships. Walmart captures point-of-sale transactions from over 2,900 stores in 6 countries and continuously transmits this data to its massive data warehouse. Walmart allows its suppliers to access and analyze this data in order to identify customer buying patterns, manage local store inventory, and identify new merchandising opportunities. Next is defect analysis. Quality control is critical to the success of any manufacturing company. Through the use of data mining techniques, manufacturers are able to identify the characteristics surrounding defective products such as date and time of the manufacturing run, components being used, and individuals working on the assembly line. By understanding these characteristics, changes can be made to the manufacturing process to improve the quality of the products being produced. The next one is focused hiring. Some employers use data mining techniques to understand the characteristics of their top performing individuals. By understanding the characteristics of this group such as education, years of experience, skills, and personality traits, a hiring profile can be established to help recruit and hire individuals who possess similar characteristics as their best performing individuals. While this technique has been used, one must realize that profiling is based upon historical data, which may not be indicative of future top-performing individuals due to changes in social, economic, and environmental conditions. Data mining is also used in sports. For instance, the National Basketball Association is exploring a data mining application that can be used in conjunction with image recordings of basketball games. The Advanced Scout software analyzes the movements of players to help coaches orchestrate plays and strategies. By using this software, a coach can automatically bring up the video clips showing each of the jump shots attempted by the players without needing to comb through hours of video footage. Now, let's go and explore some examples of data mining software used by various entities. One of them is Audit Control Language. ACL is an audit analysis software used to extract and analyze data. It is the most commonly used product for fraud detection and prevention in the audit profession. This software samples large data sets to find irregularities or patterns in transactions that can indicate fraud or control weaknesses. The next one is OLAP software. This software extracts, structures, and stores warehouse data to enable quick and multidimensional analysis. An OLAP dataset is made up of dimensions which can then be used to produce information and associations among variables. For example, a grill manufacturer could use an OLAP query to correlate grill sales with weather conditions across various locations to determine how heat waves affect its business in different regions. Another example is the SPSS Predictive Analytics software. Predictive Analytics helps organizations anticipate change so that they can plan and carry out strategies that improve outcomes. Deloitte is an example of a company that have used SPSS software. A leading Danish financial services firm, Deloitte uses SPSS solution to collect, analyze, and present data more efficiently and in ways previously unavailable to its clients, and thereby reduce its customer reporting time and improve customer service. Now, let's discuss the limitations of data mining. Not all patterns that can be found through data mining are meaningful. A pattern is useful only when it is logical and it can be put into action. Also, some patterns that are found through data mining may be implicit and therefore an expert is needed to interpret or make sense out of them. For example, data mining can provide assistance in making the diagnosis or prescribing the treatment, but it still cannot replace the physician's intuition and interpretive skills. To be successful, data mining requires skilled technical and analytical specialists who can structure the analysis and interpret the output that is created. The third limitation is that, although patterns found through data mining may help in identifying links between behaviors and/or variables, they cannot always achieve the intended outcome, such as a causal relationship between them. There may be other factors that are not captured by the patterns that actually influence the behavior. For example, an application may identify that a pattern of behavior, such as the tendency to purchase airline tickets just shortly before the flight is scheduled to depart, is related to characteristics such as income, level of education, and internet use. However, that does not necessarily indicate that the ticket purchasing behavior is caused by one or more of these variables. In fact, the individual's behavior could be affected by some additional variables, such as occupation. Maybe the person needed to make trips on short notice. It could also be his or her family status in the sense that the person needs to attend to a sick relative needing care. Or it could be a person's hobby. The person may like taking advantage of last-minute discounts to visit new destinations. Lastly, because data mining tries to find patterns, it is highly likely that we miss out certain information that are not prevalent among all data but may provide important information for us. For example, to assess the validity of a data mining application designed to identify potential terrorist suspects in a large pool of individuals, the user may test the model using data that includes information about known terrorists. However, while possibly reaffirming a particular profile, it does not necessarily mean that the application will identify a suspect whose behavior significantly deviates from the original model. Before we conclude our video presentation, please watch the next video of a Research in Motion software developer who will talk about how data mining is used by the company.
Hi, I'm Suraj. I work at Research in Motion as a software developer in the memory team. Ours is one of the very many teams which work on the BlackBerry smartphones. RIM has a policy where every employee gets a smartphone. Not only is it great that we actually use what we make, but it's a very useful development tool. Basically, everyone in the company is a tester. Teams like mine like to know how our contribution to the product is doing, find out if there's any issues before the product reaches the hands of the consumer, and find ways to constantly keep improving it. We're able to do this through data mining. We run specialized internal software only on employee phones, which gathers technical statistics, reports bugs, and sends all of this information to a central server. My team uses this tool to find out how the memory is performing, how is the reliability, and a lot of other technical information. There is a team that maintains the database and provides the necessary interface, which allows us to interpret the data in a way which makes sense to us. There is, of course, a lot of information to work with, and our software is always changing. So it becomes an important challenge to keep this data very well organized and adapt to the evolving software.
That concludes our video presentation. Thank you for watching.